Hello everybody. Quick thing, if any of you are new, this is a quickie critique. I'm not going to be going full in depth like I do in the cryptic critiques. As you probably see, this video is quite short. I'm just going to give my initial thoughts. So far, I've only listened to the full album once and then gone back to some songs. And that's it. If you really want to understand this more, I did one on Her Loss and Smithereens a while back. Not a while back, a couple weeks ago. Go watch that. But let's just get into it.
Metro Boomin, make it boom. Metro Boomin, make it boom.
Now, before I start the review, I just want to say that this is the first Metro Boomin project I listened to. I didn't listen to Without Warning. I didn't listen to Not All Heroes Wear Capes. So this was the first time I'd actually know what Metro Boomin does. Now, I knew he was a producer. I knew that just like DJ Khaled, he got artists to perform on the songs. But I will say this is leagues above God Did by DJ Khaled. With this being the first Metro Boomin project I'd be listening to, I didn't have the biggest expectations. I've heard that Not All Heroes Wear Capes was really good, so I was like, I'm a little excited, but I really didn't have any huge expectations. I didn't think it was going to be horrible. I just thought I didn't really know what I was going to think. And so I was pretty surprised when I actually listened to it and finished it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the production. Metro Boomin being a producer, I would expect that it's really good, and it is. The production on all of the songs is amazing, and especially the transitions. The transitions from song to song are just so good. From On Time to Superhero, from Metro Spider to I Can't Save You. They're all just so amazing, and it would make you think. Sometimes when I was listening to this album, I thought the song was just really long. I didn't realize it faded into another song, and that's how good it is. It literally just tricked me into thinking that it's still the song. And so I want to say props to him. This is probably one of the best rap productions on an album this year, and so the listening experience is really good. Now, I do want to say that I didn't enjoy every song on this album. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think the worst song is good at best. I don't think there are any bad songs. They're not horrible. I think some of them fade into the basicness and averageness of most rap songs that we get nowadays. But there are also some really standout songs on this album like Superhero, Creepin', Feel the Fire, and some others. Now, let's just talk about the biggest thing, the features. My favorite features on this album were The Weeknd, Young Thug, Future, Don Toliver, and A$AP Rocky. And my least favorites were really Chris Brown and John Legend. Now, I will say, 21 Savage and Travis Scott, while I thought their verses on all the songs they were on were good, I do think they were kind of lackluster. Now, I expected a lot from both of them, and to me, personally, they didn't really give an all-star performance. While they were good, I'm not saying they were bad. I just think they weren't as good as The Weeknd on Creepin' or Future on any of the songs Future was on. And that's weird. I'm not a huge Future fan. I listened to his most recent album. I thought it was okay. But this album really made me want to go listen to a lot more Future. I think he probably did the best on this album because he is on most of the songs. So I would assume that he would do the best, and he did. In my opinion, he was my favorite. Him and Young Thug. I would say The Weeknd is probably my favorite, but he's only on one song. But Creepin's really good. Probably my favorite song on this album. Now, I will say, this might be a hot take. I don't know. Chris Brown ruined Superhero. I'm not a Chris Brown fan. Remember, he beat up Rihanna and Frank Ocean. So I'm not going to forget that. I'm not a Chris Brown fan. I think he ruined Superhero. 21 Savage on Creepin' with The Weeknd. I don't think he ruined that song. I actually kind of like his performance on it. I know some people saying he didn't fit, and yeah, he didn't really fit. I think the song would be better without him, but I also don't think he did bad. And Mustafa, I think I'm saying that right, on Walk 'Em Down, I do think he also kind of ruined that song. I liked 21's part on that song. That probably would have been my favorite song, but then Mustafa came on, and I don't think he really... Well, he did good. I think it would have been better if it was his own song and not part of that song because it just doesn't really fit well. I would say this album is better than Her Loss, but I don't think it is Album of the Year worthy. While I do recommend the listen and I think it is really great, I don't think it excels above others just as much. And so I'm going to give Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin, and I love it. I love this album. I think it's really good. It was very surprising for me. I thought it was just going to be kind of basic, but it's not. It is really good and it is worth the listen. And thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to subscribe, like the video, comment down below what you thought in this album, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.